Welcome to Awaken Your Soul's Unlimited Potential. My name is Eva, and as always, I'm so happy to have you here with me. And I'm gonna be sharing a bit about tapping into your power. Really claiming your powerhood and claiming your divinity. And I'm gonna be sharing this because I got inspired by a recent post I saw from a certain Facebook influencer who actually closed down their Facebook page, which had over 180,000 followers, because they got so tired of thousands and thousands and hundreds of messages. I don't know how many there were, of people just writing to them just to complain or to talk about their problems or seek solutions for their problems. I mean, I get it. Like, it can get so much for someone. It can get too much for people, like to be in the middle of handling all of this drama from people. And this is sadly what happens with a lot of influencers or even people in this kind of space where they're sharing this kind of information, that you'll find a lot of them bombarded by so many people who are really struggling, seeking help for themselves. And it can get too much for people. I mean, I think the one thing that most people forget is that regardless of what kind of celebritydom you have or what kind of an influencer you are, like, you're still a human being. And this person is expected to have such extraordinary capabilities beyond a normal human being, which is not the case for so many people. There are people who have teams of people assisting them, so it's much easier because they don't have to deal with it a case by case basis where they're gonna be bombarded by 1,000,001 messages. I'm sure people like Jay Shetty get so many messages in the inbox. This person can't sit the whole day and start responding to each message. Like, it will get crazy. So I get where this person was coming from, but the other thing that really shocked me was the fact that people still do that, because I've realized that for some people who are seeking this kind of advice or solutions from the so-called influencers or whatever, I do understand that you will assume that this person is better placed to advise you because maybe they've attained certain levels that you might be aspiring to get for yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that. I also have people I look up to, people I've studied, to be able to tap into the level of knowledge, the level of wisdom they have. I do have people I look up to, but there's no point in my time that I put my power into this person or give my power away and let this person now advise me on how to go about life. Because a lot of people, first of all, they don't trust themselves. That's why. They don't trust themselves and their own innate knowledge, because your soul is always communicating to you. You don't trust that inner voice. So you need an outside influence or an outside person to come and tell you that this is the right way and this is the wrong way. So a lot of people give their power away in that way because they trust them, because they've put them on a pedestal. They trust them more than they trust themselves. And it's really not supposed to be like that, because no one can tell you how to run your life better than you. Because as much as I might, or someone might look like they have all the knowledge, they haven't really lived through the experiences you've gone through. They weren't probably born in your country. They've not been raised the way you were raised. They don't have the same kind of experiences that you have to be able to better gauge, like, is this the best way to handle my life compared to this? They don't. They can give you a general overview of, I think you should do this and this and this. That might help. But again, remember, we're all designed differently. So this person might tell you based on their own lived experiences and something that worked for them, but maybe whatever worked for them might not work for you. So stop looking at someone else to give you the answers that are actually inside of you. Because all these answers, all these external solutions you keep on seeking, they're not on the outside, they're within. And the only way to tap into that is to reconnect with your soul, reconnect with yourself, and start listening for that inner voice and trusting whatever comes through for you. For some of these people, for them to go to that extreme of always bombarding these people with their messages and expecting to be helped, it's a sense of a will say entitlement, that I'm entitled to your time and your energy just because I follow you, just because I watch your videos. And that kind of entitlement is something that they carry on also in their personal lives, meaning that they feel so entitled. They don't even show up in their life. They're expecting things to happen, just because they exist. They're expecting people or things in their life to happen a certain way, just because maybe today I decided to pray like the whole day. And they're waiting for magic to happen and not actually taking action. So it's kind of like an entitlement of, I don't want to put in the work. I don't want to take the actions that I know very well I need to take. I'm just going to sit here and wait for something outside of myself to take care of this for me, which never happens. The other thing is that when people now place this kind of trust on them, you find that for some people, it's not even a solution that they're seeking per se. Because yes, these people will be given advice. Probably they've been given advice by the people around them. And there's a ton of free content out here. It's not like you need one particular person to answer you. Go to Google, go to YouTube that you're watching me from. Like, search for whatever question you're having and you will find the answer. There are a ton of books. There are a ton of content out here. You don't need one particular person to give you the answer. The only thing is that you might need to apply yourself and find the answers for yourself. But for most people, even with that knowledge, and because they really, really don't want to work on themselves, it's easier for me to complain about my problems to someone else. Not because I want a solution, but because I want you to join me in feeling sorry for myself. I want you to join me in being sympathetic to my own problems. So for some people, it's just attention-seeking behavior they're engaging in. They just want the attention they get when, their life is not working. Everyone is so concerned for them. Everyone is so worried that, oh, this one and this one is struggling about this. So it's easier for them to get that kind of attention when they're suffering compared to when things are going great. And so when they're going for advice for certain people, it's not a solution they're seeking. They're just listening. They want another sympathetic ear. Because again, if it is a true solution you're seeking, you will already have found it. You probably found it. You're just not taking action on it. There's no point that you'll ever reach out to your higher or your soul guidance or even God or your angel, whatever you resonate with. There's no point you'll ever reach out to that and for them to ignore you. It will never happen. The problem is that a lot of people expect the answers to come in a certain way, in a certain kind of box that fits what society tells them, they're supposed to be or they're supposed to do. And once the answers don't come like that, they just ignore that. They're like, that's not for me. Let me wait for this person, the so-called influencer, to tell me what to do. And again, of course, if for some of these influencers, they don't even answer your messages. I'm sure, because it's a lot of messages, so they never get to you. So then when that now happens, when they feel ignored by these so-called influencers, now they start becoming the trolls. They start hating on this person because they did not do what they were expected to do. They did not give them the attention they expected. So the minute this so-called influencers makes a small mistake, because again, they are human, now you'll find these people who originally their supporters now starting to say all this negative things, all just because their so-called idealism about this person was wrong. I don't know. But I'll keep on repeating this again and again in all my videos, that the answers, the solutions that you're seeking, they are all within you, not outside of you. Don't listen to anyone telling you that I have all the answers. If any of these so-called teachers, any of these so-called influencers or public figures tell you that they had the answers, that's a huge red flag to look out for. So people you're not supposed to be listening. Anyone who does not tell you to go within yourself to find the answers within yourself is, I would say, lying to you. Yes, they might have a better life compared to where you are. Yes, they might have attained certain successes and maybe you're aspiring to that. In that sense, you can look to their life to see what aspects of their existence, how they've been showing up in their life, that you might actually apply in your own life, something that resonates with you, because not everything that they've done in their life will resonate with you. You need to also find your own patterns, your own habits, or your own idealism or beliefs or all that will work for your particular experience, because it's not a one size fits all. You need to find one that is suited for you. So yes, you can get inspired by those people. You can look at this and this and this and compare and combine all their inspirational habits or beliefs or all that inspirational messages, and find whatever you can fine tune to work in your life. Don't accept it as the absolute truth just because they seem to have attained success in their life. Like, you really need to sit down and reflect before you adapt a certain belief. You reconnect with your soul, and actually, again, the easiest way to do this is once you're connected to your soul, because your soul will never misguide you. Your soul will always guide you to the things that are for your highest good, and also for the highest good of everyone around you, not just you. But the minute you let your ego run the show, that's when you're convinced that someone is on a higher pedestal than you, so they must know better than you, and that's not really the case. So look towards them, maybe for a bit of guidance, maybe for a bit of nudge on the right path to do, on the right path to take. But essentially, if you really connected to your soul, I'm pretty sure you'd find all the answers you are looking for. Okay, so it doesn't have to be such a struggle. You don't have to depend on someone else to show you your next step. You already know your next step. And I'll end this video for now. So I hope my messages resonate with you. Comment down below if you do. And let me know your own experiences. Like, are you really tapped into yourself? Are you really tapped into your higher guidance? And are you really willing and ready to start trusting yourself and start taking actions based on whatever your soul is calling you towards? Don't wait on something outside of yourself to tell you what you're supposed to do. Don't wait on your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your friends to tell you this is how your life is supposed to go. Don't wait on your spouse. Because some people, they also put all their hope on all their decisions on their spouse. Because, and I forgot to say this in this video, a lot of people, they do this so that when something goes wrong, it's not them who's gonna be in blame, it's that other person. So I failed because so and so told me to do this, so that person was wrong. And again, it's another form of giving their power away and putting them in a perpetual state of victimhood. They'll never take responsibility for their own existence. Because here's the thing, as much as I give you advice, I'm not putting a gun to your head and telling you to follow. You have the authority to sit down and say, okay, yes, I'm gonna follow it, or no, I'm not gonna follow it, depending on whether it resonates with you or not. So the minute you do something told by someone else and then it doesn't work out for you, and then you start blaming this other person for that failure, you gotta take responsibility for your own actions. You have to start taking responsibility for yourself. I cannot emphasize that enough. So again, let me know down below your experiences with this. Do you resonate with anything that I've said in this video? If you're new to my channel and you like the kind of content I do share out here, make sure that you subscribe and also click on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any content I share out here. And I've actually prepared a beautiful meditation for you, a beautiful quantum flow meditation for you, to help you tap into higher states of being, to help you reconnect with yourself. Because, when you have all of these things that are blocking your mind, your mental, your emotional, your physical well-being, as long as you've created all of these blocks in your system, tapping into your inner guidance becomes more difficult. And that's why a lot of people are not able to trust themselves. So I've prepared a powerful quantum flow meditation to help you reconnect with yourself, to help you calm your low vibration, to get rid of your low vibration emotional states and tap into higher states of being. Tap into inner states of calm, peace, and bliss, which a lot of people are struggling with. I mean, stress and anxiety has been the order of the day for so many years, if I may say so. So if you're ready and you've been struggling with this, I've prepared a quantum flow meditation to help you tap out of that. Okay, so you can check out the link down below in the description box. And as always, I end my video by sharing how I can actually help you reconnect with yourself, because my whole mission is to help remind you who you are, to help you reconnect with yourself, to help you start trusting your inner guidance, reconnecting and hearing that voice guiding you, and clearing all of these blocks that are preventing you from tapping into that. So I do work with two modalities. One of which is with quantum flow. It's called quantum flow, which actually use ancient techniques and also science-based techniques to help you rewire and biohack your nervous system. A lot of the trauma and the emotional wounds you've gone through your entire life are all recorded in your body memory system, which is basically your nervous system. They create crystallization inside of your nervous system, which cause blocks inside of your being, preventing energy. You know, we are made of 99.99999% energy. So when this energy is not flowing well in your system, when it creates blocks in your energy centers or your chakras, whatever resonates with you, you find that it affects different areas of your being. So with quantum flow, you get to break these crystals down, get to shift out of all this low vibration, all this limitation, all these limiting beliefs that have been keeping you stuck for so long. Get the energy flowing again, and you find by just doing that, you will be tapping into better and higher states of well-being in your physical, emotional, spiritual, energetic, mental well-being. So if you want to learn more, you can connect with me on Facebook or Instagram to learn more. And hopefully I will see you on the other side. The second modality I work with is called soul realignment work. So soul realignment is based on working with the Akashic records. So with working with the Akashic records, you get to actually get to the source of who you were created to be. Who was your soul originally designed to be? What gifts did God give you to help you with creating your soul or currently your human experience? Because those gifts are basically what you're supposed to leverage to create your existence. But a lot of people don't even know what gifts they are. A lot of people don't even know what talents they innately have, from their soul. So they keep on doing things that go against who they are at soul level, and creating so many blocks and restriction in their blueprint. So it's soul element. You get to discover your particular soul gifts. You get to discover where your soul is originally from. Because not everyone originally incarnated here. So if you want to know where your soul is originally from and what characteristics you might actually help you to identify yourself here and also with the people around you, so that you can actually tap into your soul group, you can discover that with your soul element reading. The third thing is that you get to discover where you currently are vibrationally. Which dimension is your consciousness tapped into? Is it the fourth? Is it the fifth? Is it the sixth dimension? If you want to know where your consciousness currently lies, you can discover that with the soul element reading. You also get to discover your soul story, basically going back to a particular lifetime whose experiences and whose choices are currently affecting your life here. Because a lot of the Akashic readings, they give you stories of, so many lifetimes which actually don't even tie with who you are right now or the reasons for all of these experiences that have happened in your life. So if you want to build that connection about what choices you made in the past life that you might be repeating right now, and that's creating all of this upheaval in your life, you can discover that with a soul element reading. And the last thing you get to do is you get to heal yourself energetically. Clear all of these blocks, all of this negative karma from your blueprint. Clear them energetically so that you stop attracting all these situations and people to your experience to help remind you to resolve the karma. You get to heal energetically, and with the knowledge and the awareness that you will gain from the reading, you get to know how to show up going forward so that you don't make the same mistakes again, so that you don't have to come back again and repeat your lessons. So if you're tired of the karmic wheel and you're ready to let go of your past karma, you can check out the soul element reading. Connect with me on Facebook or Instagram to learn more. I'm always happy to assist. For now, I just want to send you so much love. Bye, and I hope I'll see you in the next video.